Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and today I'm coming to you with another product review. And the product that we're going to be taking a look at is a concealed carry magazine pouch by ExtraCarry. Yeah, this is a really interesting design, and I'm really glad that they sent me these to try out. And so we have one that's supposed to be for universal 9mm magazines, I believe both single or double stack, and we have one designed for the Glock 19. And what makes these different than many of the other magazine pouches that I personally own, or maybe you own, is that it has a pocket clip. It looks like, according to the picture, it fits in your pocket and kind of looks like a knife, where a lot of times you have those magazine pouches that are on your belt, whether they be inside or outside the waistband. They can be a little bit uncomfortable if they're outside the waistband. It's something else you have to try to conceal. So this is an interesting way of approaching carrying an extra magazine. So let me go ahead and adjust the camera. Let's open these up. Let's try them with a number of different 9mm magazines, and then we'll try them on, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Alright, so here are the packaging that these come in, just basic old plastic bags. We have one that is dedicated for a Glock 19, and I brought my Gen 5 Glock 19 out, one that I carry a lot. And I also have a universal fit one that looks like it has some adjustments on the side. So I brought out a SIG P225 magazine. This one is single stack. We have a Beretta 92, I believe a CZ 75, and a SIG P320. So I'm going to try all these different mags in that universal one. But let's go ahead and start with the one dedicated for a Glock 19. Let's go ahead and pull this out of here. Seems to be well built. Man, there's a lot of writing here on the back. It says extracarry.com, Glock 1923. The clip seems to be nice, made of metal, and this is some type of plastic or Kydex. It's a little bit flexible, which is what I would hope for a pocket carry. All right, so let me try this out with the 9mm Glock 19 mag. Okay, so it fits in there. It doesn't really snap in there. It doesn't have any retention, but I don't think it really has to because this is designed for pocket carry. So I don't know if it goes in the other way too. Yeah. Okay, so that one has some retention, so maybe it's designed to go in one way. Okay, so that's interesting. So it does not go in that way, but it goes in that way and holds. Okay, so that's interesting, and you would not be able to tell from just looking at it because it doesn't seem like there's anything in there, or it's shaped differently depending on which way you put it in. So you do have some retention that way. Okay, so I do like that. All right, okay, so no problems there. Let's go ahead and open up the one for the universal fit and try this one out. So this one is bigger than the dedicated one. We have a little bag here with some different screws and things. Okay, so I'm not sure how it's set. Let's go ahead and try these before I do any adjustments on it. We'll go ahead and try the single stack mag first. Okay, that works, and pretty good retention in there. I like that. I'm assuming this is going to be way too narrow for the double stack mags. Yes. All right, so let me go ahead and grab a screwdriver and let's adjust this. So it looks like we have 3 adjustment screws, 1 on the bottom and 2 on the side. So let's loosen these up a little bit, move the pouch, and let's see if it fits these other double stacks. All right, maybe I need to take those out a little bit more. Wasn't 100% sure how far to take them out. Okay, they're pretty far out. And there we go. Okay, so it is moving. Oh yeah, lots of adjustments there. So there's the widest one. So I'll gently tighten these back down, and we'll try those double stacks. Okay, so it looks like it actually is a little bit lopsided. Let me see if I can fix that there. There's a lot of adjustments on these. Okay, so there's the furthest one. I may have made a little bit of mistake there. Okay, there we go. Now, let's try the Beretta 92 mag. Okay, we have a little bit of retention there. All right, so this one you have retention in both directions. And it does have a little tab in the bottom there that probably helps. Okay, that works. Let's try the CZ75. Goes in both ways. And I think that's kind of important depending on how you want to pull it out of your pocket and which pocket it's going to be in. And then here we have the SIG P320. All right, that was a little bit tough going in that way. Okay, so I can't get that one in, but I can get this side in. Oh, there we go. That one is retained really, really solid. Okay, there we go. So I can get it in both sides. Now this, I have to say, reholstering these mags, depending on how these are adjusted, seems to be a little bit of an issue. And I think anytime you have a product that's supposed to be universal fit, that you got to adjust them, you're always going to have these issues. I can tell you I'm really happy with the way the Glock 19 one works. It's a little bit smaller and obviously fits that particular gun. So let me go ahead and adjust this to the middle spot and see if it helps with any of these magazines. I do like how quickly you can adjust that. All right, and that one is too tight. That is really tight there, but that would work for this Beretta mag. And I think that that little clip keeps getting caught there, but it does hold in. And then finally the CZ75 mag. Oh, I like the retention on that. So in a way, even though this one is bigger, I like the fact that you can adjust these so it has lots of retention depending on how you're going to carry. That might be a little bit too much, but I guess you can finely tune it for your specific magazine. But in general, I like the Glock one a lot better. It's simple, it's smaller, and it works. All right, so let me go ahead and adjust the camera, and let me try this thing in my pocket and see how I like it. All right, so probably this is your favorite part of the review where you get to see the Texas Gun Vault Tactical Dad Bod, and there it is. All right, so we're gonna start off with the dedicated Glock 19 pouch and the Glock 19 magazine. Something I was thinking about before I was filming this segment is you might actually want to use the side of the pouch where you don't have a lot of retention, because when you're pulling the magazine out of the pouch, you might pull the whole pouch with it if it has too much retention. So let's go ahead and put this in my pocket here. And right now I have it on the side with the less retention. Okay, it clips into my jeans just fine. I think it conceals pretty well. It definitely looks like a knife. So let me pull out the magazine, and it's that easy. It does keep the magazine in place. Let's see if I can kind of reholster it. Okay, there it is. Okay, so now let me pull this out, and I'm going to use the side where we have more retention and see if that affects anything. All right, put that clip in there. And okay, I can still get that out. I pull a little bit of my pocket lining out, but that's to be expected. But otherwise, it looks pretty good in your pants. So the Glock 19 definitely works as advertised. And if you're going to carry this, I think the advantage is the magazine doesn't fall too far down into your pocket, and it's already useful and ready to go. It does take up a lot of room in your pocket, so I don't think you can really have anything else in there. So let's go ahead and adjust to the universal pouch and see if anything's different. All right, so let's try the universal one now with the Beretta 92 magazine. And something I noticed now that I didn't see when I unpackaged it is that there are adjustments on the back of the universal magazine pouch, so this can sit a little bit further in your pocket. So I did adjust that down just a little bit. I also adjusted the width to be about the same retention as the Glock 19 magazine, and it fits in there pretty good. Let's put this in my pocket, see if I have any issues. And I definitely like how much further that sits down in my pocket. It's pretty comfortable, and this one also looks like a typical pocket knife. See if I can get this magazine out of there. No problem whatsoever. So now let's try one that has a little bit more retention and is a little bit wider. Here's a CZ75 magazine. So let's try this one out. Definitely has a little bit more tension, and it's a little bit taller with the extended base plate. Let's put that in my pocket there. And the longer magazine does come up to the top of the pocket, a little bit more, but I still think it's pretty concealed. And let's see if it has too much retention. And I'm able to get it out without a problem. So I think if you're going to go the universal route, you really have to spend some time adjusting it to each magazine. So that's what I would recommend. So far, I'm pretty happy with this. I'll be very honest with you, after I unpackaged it, I didn't think I would like this. I would think this took up too much room in my pocket, but it actually is pretty darn good, and it prevents the magazines from going down too far in your pocket if you're just going to carry them loose like that. It keeps it in a place that you can easily get it, and it seems to be pretty darn discreet. All right, so let me adjust the camera. I'll give you guys my final thoughts on this really interesting magazine pouch. All right, so what are my final thoughts on the ExtraCarry pocket magazine pouches? Let me give you guys a couple of close-ups of these. There you go. This is the Glock one, the dedicated one. And then here is the universal one with all those adjustments on it. I think some people are going to like that. So, this is a product that I think is innovative. It helps you carry a magazine in a different way than simply having it in a pouch on your belt. And I like how discreet you can carry a magazine. That was one of the things I didn't like about external magazine pouches, or ones that are on my belt. They're just a little bit more uncomfortable, a little bit harder to conceal. I like the idea of these a little bit. I personally feel like these need a little bit of an upgrade when it comes to the material. I like that they are flexible, but I kind of feel like when it comes to the body of them, they could be a little bit more rigid. Now, when it comes to their performance, I'm pretty happy with it. I think I like the Glock one, or one that might be dedicated to your specific magazine or gun, simply because I'm a big fan of the principle of KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't like a lot of adjustments. I don't like things that can break. This for me is exactly what I would want. Just a box, there's no adjustments on it, and it fits my magazine just like I would want. One side has a little bit more retention than the other, and it just works. It's simple. But I understand, depending on the type of gun you carry, you might want to go with the universal one. Now, the advantage to this one that I do like when it comes to the adjustments is that you can carry it deeper in your pocket with this adjustment. Now, this one I think obviously is going to be better for many people because you can carry more than just a Glock mag or your typical double stack magazine. You can also carry single stack magazines. But the problem is with this one, you're going to have to spend a little bit more time fine tuning it and adjusting it to your magazine. Too much retention, you can pull the whole thing out. Too little, it just kind of wobbles in there. I don't think it's going to fall out of your pocket, or the magazine, I'm saying, because it's already in your pocket and the pocket's going to retain it. But the whole point of having the pouch is to keep it sturdy and in one place. This just requires a little bit more fine tuning, and as you change your carry gun, you might have to adjust this continuously. But that's why I like the Glock one, to keep it simple. And so overall, I'm pretty happy with these. I would say that on my scale of 1 to 5 stars, this is easily a 4 out of 5 star product. It definitely works. It definitely does what it's supposed to do. However, my biggest issue with it is mainly the build quality. It's nice, but it kind of looks like this is a 3D printed product. And I don't know if that's going to come across on the screen or not. And there's nothing wrong with 3D printed products. But that makes me wonder if there aren't already files out on the internet for you to make one yourself at home. But it seems to be well built. It's sturdy enough. The material, a little bit on the flexible side. I would like it to be a little bit harder, but that's just a fine-tuning gripe. But I like the basic one for the Glock magazine a little bit more than the universal one, but I wish it had the adjustments to put this one deeper in your pocket. So there you go. I just wanted to try these out. These are definitely something that I will probably add to my concealed carry rotation depending on the type of clothing that I'm wearing at the time. This is probably something that I would use more in the wintertime than in the summer, but I think it is innovative, it is different, and I like the idea. And I like it when companies do stuff like this. We're always improving our options when it comes to EDC. So what do you guys think? Is this a product that you might be interested in? I would love to know, because I know we all carry our firearms differently. And for me, I always want to carry an extra magazine, and this might be a little bit more comfortable than the ones that are on my belt. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and let me know if this is a product that would interest you. So, as always, thanks for watching.